Adalina, the wingless fairy. Adalina wasn't your typical fairy. She didn't have wings, but no one knew why. She was also a princess and the great fairy queen's daughter. Because she was so small like a flower, life was nothing more than a string of difficulties. She was not only unable to fly, but she also lacked many magical abilities, as fairy magic is derived from their fragile crystal wings. Adalina had thus been dependent on other people's assistance for a variety of needs since a young age. Since she was raised to be kind, smile, and thank people, all the animals in the forest were naturally happy to assist her. However, many fairies didn't think she could be a good queen with such a deformity. When she came of age to become queen, Adalina was forced to take an exam where she would have to prove to everyone what miracles she could perform because of their constant arguments and protests. The small fairy started to feel quite depressed. How could she respond? She was hardly magical at all, and her little legs didn't even allow her to go very far. However, word of the test was getting around among the amiable forest creatures as Adalina sat on a stone beside the river, attempting to think of something that would surprise the other fairies. Hundreds more creatures soon appeared at her side, prepared to assist her in any way. Little pals, thank you so much. I feel so much better when you're here. She smiled sweetly as she said, but I don't know whether you'll be able to help me. Obviously, we will. The squirrel replied, tell us, what are you going to do to get those stupid fairies surprised? Wow, if only I could. I would love to catch the first ray of sunlight as soon as it hits the earth and preserve it in a dewdrop so that everyone who lives in the forest can use it as a lantern when needed. Alternatively, I would like to create a rainbow in the night sky, illuminated by a faint moon, so that the creatures that live at night might appreciate its splendor. However, I lack both magic and wings to keep hid within. Oh, then you must have stored your magic somewhere else. Take a look. An elderly turtle, trailed by a path of greenery, screamed with excitement as it shot through the air. It was accurate. A wave of magic had swept over Adalina's friends as she'd been telling them of her deepest wishes, and now all of them were in the air, creating a magical rainbow, and encasing not one, but hundreds of sunlight rays within tiny droplets of water, filling the sky with tiny, brilliant lamps. The forest people were ecstatic to witness a never-before-seen display of squirrels, mice, frogs, birds, and fish jumping into the sky, illuminating it with color and light, throughout the day and night. Adalina was crowned queen of the fairies even though she had no idea whence such strong magic came from. The little queen didn't realize for a while that she was the first of the great fairies, whose magic is located in all of one's genuine friends rather than in one's wings.